Here's what's been making headlines today in the last 24 hours. A retired U.S. diplomat claimed President Trump approved Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu completing operations in Gaza. The allegation appears in recent commentary on U.S. Middle East policy. This raises questions about prioritizing American interests over extended regional involvement. The reported stance affects alliance management and deterrence calculations in the Middle East. President Trump responded to Canada's announcement of retaliatory tariffs on U.S. products. The exchange follows failed trade talks between the two nations. Escalating tariffs between the U.S. and Canada raise costs for imported goods and can reduce export opportunities for American manufacturers and farmers. The dispute also affects cross-border investment and jobs tied to integrated manufacturing. President Trump stated Canada seeks state-level advantages without formal membership. The comment followed Canadian announcements of retaliatory tariffs. Trade tensions have intensified after bilateral talks stalled. The remarks emphasize U.S. leverage in trade negotiations to protect domestic industry and reduce reliance on foreign partners. Higher tariffs can translate into increased prices for vehicles, energy products, and consumer goods crossing the border. Trade talks between the United States and Canada ended without agreement on Friday night. The Trump administration responded by placing 50% tariffs on multiple categories of Canadian products. The move marks a sharp escalation in bilateral economic friction. Higher tariffs raise costs for imported Canadian goods that flow into U.S. supply chains and retail shelves. The dispute also affects cross-border investment and jobs tied to integrated manufacturing. Iran stated that not a single drop of oil will leave the Persian Gulf if neighboring countries participate in the U.S. sanctions campaign. The warning targets regional states considering compliance. Such action would directly affect global energy supply routes. Disruption of Gulf oil shipments could sharply raise gasoline prices paid by American drivers and increase costs for goods transported by truck. U.S. sanctions seek to limit adversary revenue and maintain leverage over critical energy transit routes. Phoenix, Arizona, now at 92 degrees F with partly cloudy skies. Chicago, Illinois, now at 64 degrees F with mostly clear skies. Anchorage, Alaska, now at 52 degrees F with isolated rain showers. Los Angeles, California, now at 70 degrees F with mostly clear skies. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow and share America Forever Bytes.